The first thing you're going to want to do is learn to speak less. Silence is power in today's world. In a world full of distraction, silence is what takes it all. If you start learning to be silent, you'll start to gain an advantage over people. And I mean this in a non-arrogant way. But once you learn that silence is the best way in order to actually know people's real intentions, you begin to have a sense of clarity within yourself. You begin to learn about what people are truly thinking, and you begin to truly learn about what's actually going on around you. Silence is actually a beautiful thing. And if you think about it, in a world full of noise and in a world full of distraction, everyone's distracted, whether it be on their phones or just talking to others about gossip or whatever. If you're silent and you learn, or you listen more than you talk, you'll eventually learn more about not only yourself, but about others around you. And this will take time, and I'm not telling you to be completely silent, but if you do learn to know what to say before speaking, if you think before you speak, you'll end up having a lot less regrets, and you'll end up having a lot more moments where you're proud of. And as a whole, you'll become a lot more intelligent. The second thing I would teach is to become more reliable upon the right type of people, and more importantly, yourself. And this comes down to trusting yourself as well. A lot of people tend to lose trust with themselves as they progress more into their lives. And as you're growing as a person, a lot of people tend to lose trust with yourself because you're changing so much. It's no secret that as we get older, we have more responsibility. And with that responsibility comes growth. Whether you like it or not, you're eventually going to grow into a person who can handle that responsibility. The question is the person you're growing the type of person you want to be in order to handle that responsibility? Responsibility will come. So a lot of people might take to, for example, like drugs or, degenerate behavior in order to deal with that responsibility. But a lot of people might face it head on and tackle that responsibility and try to become the best person they can possibly be through the responsibility that's given to them or inevitable for them that's going to come into their lives. And being able to trust yourself as a person as a whole, you'll end up being able to take on that responsibility in a much better light. And just being able to become a more responsible person just ends up coming to you and your own lifestyle. Everyone has specific things that they have in their lives that they know they have to do. And the only thing that's stopping you is your own mind. To be honest, there's only a couple of things that you can control in this world. Or there might be only a few. And one of the few things you can only control is your mind. The quicker you learn to control your mind, the quicker you learn to control every single thing about you and the way you react to the world. The third thing I would tell my younger self, if I could, would be to honestly just trust the process and just see where you're headed. Sometimes we look at the end of the tunnel and just see darkness. But at the end of the tunnel, there's always going to be light. No matter what period you are in life, you've probably gone through something difficult. And you are here right now. Whether you're still grieving through it, but you are right here right now. And you've become a stronger person as a result of going through that hardship. There's always going to be you're going to be better after whatever hardship you go through. No matter what comes to you, and no matter how hard life gets, do not take the bad option and do not become depressed off it, but try find the best possible route out of the hardship you're in. As a result, I promise, over time, when you get older, you're going to look back onto your life and thank yourself for this, to be able to always see a positive aspect on whatever that came into your life. And if you start to see stuff in a positive aspect, you're going to get through it in a much easier way. And you're going to improve in a much better way as well.